Grab your popcorn, don't you stop. It's time for Flick or Flop.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Flick or Flop. My name's Jose.
And my name's Bree.
And man, this world's an ugly place. We were trying to find something scary.
In honor of October.
Yeah, we're looking for something spooky.
Yeah, Spooky-tober.
And dude, we picked something that was more so sad and tragic than anything else. We ended up watching this Netflix documentary called The Perfect Neighbor.
Mm-hmm. The preview looked so suspicious, like, whoa, intense. This is curious. Like, it struck my curiosity out of all of the things. Yeah. So I was like, let's watch it. It just had that deep intensity to it.
The thing about it, it was real. This is like it's an actual documentary that, happened.
Yeah, and it's on Netflix, by the way.
Yeah, Netflix. Shout out Netflix. Let me just say,
honestly, this is the second documentary where Netflix got us effed up because, I don't know where Netflix is finding these stories, but these are intense stories, man.
And I'll say this: I think this documentary was more of a tearjerker than
for sure.
What was the other one? Unknown Numbers.
Yeah,
this one was definitely one of those, like, damn, like, it was hard to watch, but it was one of those things where.
But I felt like there was purpose in that documentary. Yeah. This one that we're about to dive into.
Yeah. Because
we all need to learn the message that, hey, we got to deal with each other here on Earth, whether you like it or not. You know, we're already here. Let's make the most of it, and don't be such a sore loser when you don't get your way.
So again, the documentary that we're talking about is called The Perfect Neighbor. Mm-hmm. And basically, it's about this neighborhood. I don't know if you have, like, where it takes place.
Oh, gosh. It's in Florida. I remember that. It's in Florida, and it's in a tight-knit community. And they are, like, in not condos, but, like, quads. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they refer to
they're
as quads.
Very, very close homes that didn't have yards of their own. There was literally, like, a pavement of concrete as their front.
Yeah.
And then it was the front door, and then it was like a 1-bedroom. The community just seems super tight knit. Yeah. Except this one damn neighbor.
Yeah. And again, like, to touch on the tight knit community, that was one thing where I was like, oh man, this is kind of refreshing. Like, there's kids of different, like, ethnicities and stuff all playing together. Like, it's one of those things you just hope for when you're in a neighborhood and you have your family and
you
obviously
want neighbors
you have kids.
That look out for your kids like their own, and you see that in this neighborhood. Mm-hmm. What did you think of the overall experience of watching this documentary? Did you like it, or did you think that you probably wouldn't recommend it, or what?
Yeah, I would definitely look. Just getting straight into it. I would definitely recommend it. Mm-hmm. I really thought that the story was something that was, and let me be perfectly honest, it wasn't like a super exciting, like, oh my gosh, like, it was just one of those things where it was a story.
It kept you intact.
Yeah, and it was a story that I felt was, like, really important to be told. Not necessarily it was like, it
was impactful.
Mm-hmm, impactful is the right word.
That's the perfect word. And I feel like going into it, honestly, I thought it was just going to be the typical storyline where you have some jerk off neighbor that's super anal about everything, and then they end up, like, I don't know, freaking vandalizing your house or something, or just like not paying the rent or something like that. Because I've seen that before, but this one takes a really big turn, and man, I really didn't expect this to be so heavy, intense, and have such a big message behind it.
Yeah. So again, this takes place in Florida in this neighborhood, and there's this one neighbor that's causing a whole bunch of drama. She always has problems with the kids and them playing, and she's always calling the cops. She's basically calling the cops like damn near 3 times a week.
I mean, over the stupidest stuff,
Yeah.
like they're screaming across the street, and I can hear them.
They're
like,
playing
come on.
football.
For
Like,
one lady, you live in a freaking home, like a facility that they make an elderly facility, honey. If you want to go
Yeah.
and live with it over there, and they don't allow kids there. So I mean, maybe that would be a not better option for you. But like, F you if you're gonna come in here and like think you own the whole neighborhood because you're elderly.
Yeah. Yeah, like, look, obviously we have respect for the elderly.
Of course.
But it was like, hey, elderly people, if you're listening.
Yeah.
You
have
need to respect
for
yeah.
the
You
families
need to
and
have
the young
respect
children.
for everybody.
Not only that, it's just so sad because nowadays you want to strive for children to be outside, playing with each other, being united.
Yeah.
And building bonds with, real life people instead of online with randos that they've never
On
even
the
met.
TikToks, as the one officer said in this
Oh,
documentary.
yeah, he did say that.
And that was one thing. The way that this documentary was shot was super interesting. Like,
It was from the body cams
Yeah.
of the police officers.
body cams and security footage of inside the precinct where they do some interviews and things like that.
Literally,
So
like
it was
first
like,
person.
yeah, it was like you were there. Like, you're like,
You were one of the neighbors.
yeah, you were one of the neighbors. You're one of the officers.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked how it was shot. It really put you into
Their shoes.
their shoes, that world. And so, yeah, like, I really enjoyed that part of it. I wouldn't say that there was anything that I necessarily disliked about it. I don't know if you had any opinions
I
on,
dislike
like,
that lady.
well, yeah,
The
you're going to
neighbor,
dislike
I dislike you. I don't even know. What's her name?
Susan, what was
Let's
her
put her
last
name out there because she deserves to be known for what she
Lawrence. Susan Lawrence.
did. Susan Lawrence, you're a terrible person, and I hope that God can forgive you because
Yeah.
that was just a terrible thing that you did. Anyways, God be with her.
And so, if we're gonna shout out her, but if we're gonna, shame her, really, we should, shout out who passed though,
Of
which
course.
was AJ Owens.
Listen, yeah, and that to go with that, essentially, we don't want to spoil it for you. I think you should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a heavy thing, and it's a message that everybody needs to hear because it is refreshing. You need to look out for those around you, and when you see wrong being done to somebody, speak up, be the light,
Mm-hmm.
be a companion to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You have such little time here on earth, and I think that was the message of the whole thing was like, hey, I don't know. I guess I have a lot of thoughts about this. Obviously, I'm like the main one talking, but I was going to ask you, what do you think that the message was about this whole movement?
Okay, so to be honest with you, I saw it as like, justice prevailed. Like,
Of course, yeah.
the things that happened, there was consequences to it. And the person, this isn't one of those stories. I remember we started off saying like, the world's an evil place, but this ended with justice being served and the person that did wrong gets punished. Now, the thing is with something like this, where, somebody, is a victim,
Of course.
it's hard to ever say that in your heart that justice was really served because
that person should still
they're
be
gone,
here.
yeah.
And that person is Ajika. What is her name?
Owens.
Ajika Owens. She
AJ.
deserves. Yeah, AJ deserves to be here today, and her children deserve her. In their lives today, and unfortunately, this Susan Lawrence took her life, and it was out of anger. More than anything.
Over the stupidest things.
It was just about the stupidest things, like, oh, you left your roller skates on my lawn. And, like, literally there is no lawn. It's a literal compact with, like, 4 different little mini houses, all, like, in the same area. And then that's how all of them are set up. And then there's, like, these lawns in between them. So, essentially, nobody has their own lawn. And this lady was a stickler about, quote unquote, her lawn, which she didn't even have. And that's what pisses me off. I think I get it. There's only so much that a cop can do. They really need to abide by those rules. There's these different legalities of whatever, like what am I trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, you're just saying that they can't really do much about it. Like that was the thing while watching
It
this.
just was
It
hard
sucked
to
because
see
like they would each
how many
complain.
times they came.
Yeah, like so the old lady.
The old lady was the only one complaining. Not even people that she yelled at their kids, parents.
Yeah,
I don't know.
insane.
She yelled at their kids. She said a lot of very vulgar things to these children that should not be said to children.
Allegedly racist, and I'm only saying allegedly because obviously I wasn't there, but just looking at her and how she was, treating like the black kids, it was like, nah, she's racist. There's definitely some racial undertones in what she was saying and stuff like that. So I don't know. And then like this was like such a like. They brought it up while she was getting interrogated. They're like, they said that you called them the N-word, and she goes,
my God,
yeah, I might have slipped out.
And then the doctor, the police was like, in what context would it slip out?
Like,
and then
how would it slip out?
Like, she just like kind of ratted herself out at that moment in time because she's like, well, I always kind of say it. Like, girl, nobody always kind of says it if they don't have something deep down about that color of skin. I just think it's so wrong to have nowadays. Like, come on, we're so past that.
No, it was just hateful.
It is hateful. It's hateful to be racist.
Don't give us a cookie. We're just saying facts.
Yeah, it's 100% a fact. It's not fiction, and I think that it's such an ugly thing to carry. And this lady totally demonstrates why you shouldn't carry that point of view, because it can eat you up and get you into these situations where you're going to have a power struggle and you're going to think you're right. And it's all because of the color of somebody's skin.
Yeah, and I got to say this. This is probably not going to be a long episode. But, like, AJ, she is kind of like the mom that you need in the neighborhood. Like, she was like the one that, she stood up. She was definitely the type to not take, Susan's BS. She was, she
was going to stand up for her kids.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what she did.
Yeah.
Through and through.
And I don't think that she said half the things, probably like 90% of the things that Susan was claiming that she was saying. But, when somebody throws stuff at your kid or calls them names or yells at them and is just doing wrongdoing.
Woman throwing full-on roller skates at your child.
Yeah, you're gonna. Are you
going to be calm, cool, and collected?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anybody would.
No, I'm gonna go and confront you and be clear. I'm probably not gonna be in the best mood, and I'm probably gonna raise my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it didn't go beyond what just kids being kids. And you could tell that some of the kids. Yeah, they might have. They didn't really ignore her that much because she would be taking video, and they're like, "We're not doing anything." Like,
yeah, they would call her Karen, but obviously, it's because she presented herself in that manner.
She earned that.
Yeah, she just literally was just like a little punk. She was a punk of an adult.
Yeah.
She would literally.
She's a lying.
She would lie about her car alarm going off. She would put it off,
would set it off
because the kids were running by it, and then she would call the cops.
Saying that they were trying to put a puppy in the back of her truck when it turns out the puppy, quote unquote puppy, is a full grown dog.
It was like a poodle.
Doodle. Yeah, like a poodle.
That's a large sized dog.
Yeah, and it was like a kid that was like maybe 12 that was supposedly trying to lift this poodle and put it in her big ass truck. It was like, nah.
She had a lifted truck. I don't know. It just bothers me because every neighbor in that neighborhood, even her neighbor, the one right next to her that supposedly had that same lawn line that she has, told all of the neighbor kids, I don't have I can't tell you not to play on there because that's not my lawn. And so I don't have a problem with you playing on public property.
Yeah.
And she was pissed. She was alone in that neighborhood. And then on top of that, what?
No, I thought I saw the door open. Sorry.
Oh, on top of that, I felt that she just had too much time on her hands where she would just nitpick every little thing. Even if they were I don't know. It's one thing to be ding dong ditched or TP'd or things like that, but none of these kids in that neighborhood did anything. And then every time a cop would go out there, the same song and dance would be like, okay, well, this is Susan. I'm Susan. Jose, you're going to be the rest of the neighborhood.
Okay.
These kids are yelling.
Shut
they're
up.
acting no, shut up. Babe. That's not what I wanted. Oh my God, that was funny. Okay, I'm telling your mom. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I need to get back into character. These kids are acting like buffoons. Like they're acting like little rascals, and
They're not even near your
they're
house.
so loud, screaming and playing football on my lawn.
It's not your lawn. It's not your lawn.
Okay, but listen, now I'm the cop. Hey, sir, what is going on? Like, are your kids vandalizing the yard? You know, what happened?
No, they're playing football. They're not doing anything wrong, and they're just being kids. And they're just playing. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And she's always complaining about something, and she'll make something up, and she is just saying, she yells at the kids, and now the kids come to us and tell us that, she's saying this.
I didn't one time. Okay, we're out of character, obviously,
Right,
but didn't one time she was like, "Oh, she can't walk." I think it was AJ.
Yeah.
She's like,
She can't walk her dog.
on my side of the street.
Dude,
Excuse me?
Dude, that I'm gonna be honest, that shit just like screamed
I mean,
racist.
at that point, as an officer, I feel like, sorry, lady, but you need to come back down to reality. You live in a quad, and if you really want your own lawn, then go get a house with your own
That's
lawn.
literally what.
And if you can't afford one, then be humble, honey,
Yeah,
because
shut up.
you're like the rest of us, boo.
Yeah, and like, here's the one thing that I don't know. I could be wrong, but it sounded like she was always saying like, "I'm leaving." Like, I'm
everybody
gonna leave.
did say that.
I'm gonna leave. Did she own that house, or like what was it? Because
No, she was renting
That's
it,
the thing,
and
see-
she always said that she was going to either buy the whole neighborhood or whatever the hell. Obviously, she couldn't even afford it, but still, like, are you leaving or are you going to buy and be a nice neighbor?
the thing that neighbor. The thing that I was kind of having an issue with, and it just like, obviously they didn't include whoever the owner was of those like properties. But to me, yeah, I need to get that.
That's fucked up.
It's the kids. Anyway, I kind of wish that they interviewed the owner of the properties, because like at some point it's like, hey, maybe you should kick this person out.
Yeah, because it's like disturbance of like literally everybody else was all cool with each other.
Yeah.
And she was the only problem.
Yeah,
And she was always the one to say that everybody else was the problem.
Yeah.
And that she was the perfect one.
Dude,
Like,
yeah.
for one, like, reality check, if you are in Suzanne's position, you're the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but look in the mirror, because you need to reflect on yourself, because she clearly was so oblivious that she was the problem.
Yeah, and then it's like, dude, you need to go somewhere where life isn't happening, because
Exactly.
kids playing and having fun and being loud outside.
Being
like,
kids,
look,
dude.
I can be a Scrooge when kids are being loud inside the house. That's one thing I know I can be. Kind of what's the right word? Yeah, I guess when kids are loud inside the house. I grew up. You're gonna be loud. Go outside. And that's what they were doing. Like, they were outside and they were playing, and it was.
Yeah, you just gotta imagine it's like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, maybe 3 bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
But that's as big as those houses were. So can you imagine 3 boys? I think her boys were like maybe the oldest, like 15
Mm-hmm.
to like maybe 7.
Yeah.
And again, it's just so tragic. I think this is such a tragic experience to watch, because it kind of does bring you sadness to know that there is that kind of ugly in this world, and just the fact that she never really took accountability. I think what they found searches on her
On her history, her browser
history of like self-defense.
Stand your ground laws in Florida.
Stand your ground laws.
Which, like, look, I'm all for self-defense, but it really came across that she was plotting this. Like, she
wanted her to be at that level.
Yeah, and like she wanted her to get upset and come over and knock on the door
So she could kill her.
she could, yeah, like basically shoot this gun. And then there was like even times where some of the kids were, stating that she flashed the gun at them,
Which is
like, nah.
no.
Like, to be honest with you,
At that point, I would, as a neighbor, I would have called the cops at that point.
yeah, and like this is me not thinking, because I was immediately gonna be like, you know what, I'm going over there, and saying something.
Yeah.
That's me not thinking, because
yeah.
she has a
Yeah,
damn
she has a
gun
gun.
and she's kind of stupid.
Well, she just seems, naive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm me, and you're not going to tell me what to do because I know my laws type of
Yeah.
person. Like, come on, lady. You need
Yeah.
where's your humanity?
She was just an entitled brat. That's all that she was.
Exactly. That's the vibe I got too.
And she got what she deserved. And, shout out to AJ's family. I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that this all happened to you. This was like one of those things where we can definitely put ourselves in your guys' shoes. And it's really just one of those unfortunate things that happened. But, I hope that there's some peace in knowing that, your mom, really did, die defending you guys. And that's something that I think any parent, me speaking as a parent, I would do too. But she's always with you in spirit. Like when her son had said that.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
She visited
He had
him.
fell asleep
Mm-hmm.
at the night of obviously her death in the aunt's car, which you can imagine that's hard to do when you lose a loved one like that. So he fallen asleep and he had a
dream or a vision, or I'm guessing it's a dream, but she was there in his dream, and I guess that was like a
she was an angel,
Yeah.
he said. And it was just so touching. Like, oh my gosh, because that little boy really did feel
he felt
really
guilt.
bad because
he felt guilt. He thought
his
that he was
mom-
responsible and he wasn't.
Yeah, his mom ultimately went over there, talked to Suzanne because supposedly Suzanne took the
Kid's
iPad, which again, that's so annoying, lady.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Yeah, this was not one of those episodes of Flick or Flop where we're gonna be, too funny. It's just like one of those things where, damn, we weren't. I wasn't expecting this, because really off the preview, it seemed like it was gonna be a lot more creepy. Like maybe this old lady is
Yeah, it
like
was
taking
kind of
things.
ominous.
Yeah, and
like,
so-
what are you gonna find in her apartment? But
Yeah, yeah. No, this is just like fucking racist old lady.
no. Yeah, yeah,
And she's terrible.
yeah.
But overall,
Justice was served,
Justice
thank
was
God.
served. Again, so is this a flick or a flop?
Oh, definitely a flick. I think you should watch it at least once. It's a good message. It's definitely a hard watch. I'm not gonna lie. I cried my eyes out. I was like literally
she did.
sobbing.
Oh my god.
But it's humbling to see that there's still good people in neighborhoods out there that stick together, and
That's right.
always there's always going to, the evil's going to come to light, and it's always going to be in due time.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think it's a flick. It's definitely one of those like documentaries. Netflix has kind of been on a roll. Like, not gonna lie, the documentary has been pretty good, and it's one of those where I think it's definitely worth the watch and just learning about this story. And you definitely sympathize for that family.
Yeah.
Now, as far as this documentary being appropriate for kids,
Obviously, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like in the sense of like anybody that's under like 13.
Yeah, I
think,
would agree.
I think kids that are a little bit older can, sympathize a little bit more and
Kind of understand it and comprehend it more.
Yeah, sometimes kids are just too little and they don't understand like what loss is and things like that. It's not a video game, like what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think like anybody over the age of 13 could watch this and learn something from it, and I don't know. I do think that it was appropriate for that age range, though.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm just gonna mention, at the end of the documentary, spoiler alert, if you made it this far in the video,
Oh, yeah, it's definitely been spoiled. Sorry.
Yeah, so when Susan goes back to her place to get some things, they discover that it's been like burglarized or what's the right word? Vandalized.
Which rightfully so. Please, come on, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not even the cops really did anything. About that, the cops, they knew, like, she had it going, but.
And to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, like
that family member that was with her, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I just think like, going in and tearing the house up, that was one thing, but I'm surprised they didn't burn it down. I was halfway expecting them to burn that house down. I think there was only like two broken plates by her front porch. You know what? It might make more sense that they didn't like burn it down because that wasn't her place either. Yeah. So it's not really gonna affect her.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So they probably did the right thing.
Yeah, but then she was like, "See what I have to do?" Like, girl, you
like that's happened before. Yeah, oh, okay.
This has definitely never happened.
No.
And just that, she had a family member help her move out of that little place.
Yeah.
And they had the audacity to say, "Well, these kids need to stop making a havoc and keep their stuff on their lawn." Girl, their mom is dead.
Yeah. And
what do you mean?
Oh man.
Like if she was justifying it, and that just disgusted me.
And you know what? There was a little boy there that was with them, and I thought it was kind of ironic. Was like, that little boy that was with them, he doesn't know the severity of the situation either.
Oh yeah, that was ironic.
And it's just like, this is what it's supposed to be like. This kid is innocent, and he's like he was kind of like.
He was being a kid too.
Yeah, and he was just being a kid, like saying stupid things that, not stupid, but just like you can't read the room at that age. Like you don't even know what you're talking about. Like he was just saying to his
guns are dangerous.
Yeah, guns are dangerous, and it's like, yeah, buddy. Dumbass aunt doesn't know shit about that. Like
she killed somebody, bad.
Yeah, and it's just like, damn, dude. And that kid could have probably got along with other kids in the neighborhood.
He probably could have, and it's just
that's what's sad.
That when you're in that situation as a person, even whether you're elder or you're just annoyed with kids, you probably have somebody in your close family, and just think of them. In that situation, like, would you want them to be treated the way you're treating them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you do treat kids like that, but I know that there are some people that get more hot and heavy about kids' actions or a little bit more nitpicky. But I mean, come on, they're only little for so long.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like, we're the adults in the situation. Let's just let them have it.
Yeah, and then they're exactly that. And it's just the thing is they're kids, like you're saying, they're only going to be little once, and they're only going to be they're only going to play, and you really want to be that memory for them. Like you want to be the old grump, that's always complaining, calling the police, and
But like also, how can you enjoy your life if you're so focused on the negative of what's around you
and causing drama?
And causing a negative.
Like you're way too old for that. Like. If you wanted to cause drama, you could have done it when you were young, and then somebody could have whooped your ass.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't have to be in jail right now.
And then you wouldn't, and you probably would have learned something, but you waited till you were old, and nobody can whoop your ass because you're an old person.
You make your own decisions.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, dude. But anyway, guys, just wrapping up. We like this documentary. It was definitely
it was heavier than usual.
Exactly. But you know what? It was good, and we definitely recommend it. So yeah, guys, if you guys watch this, let us know what you think. Did you guys enjoy it? What were your thoughts? Do you feel like justice was served? There was some parts in there where I was like, I don't know if this was fair. But definitely, at the end of the day, they did what was right. So I really like that. So yeah, thanks guys for listening. We'll get our camera set up again next episode. I know I said that last episode, but we'll get it set up.
Life happens.
Yeah, life happens. But if you guys want more videos like this, or if you guys have something you want to recommend to us, please let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and you can catch us on the next one.
See ya.
Grab your popcorn, don't you stop. It's time for Flick or Flop.